Hey guys, this is Mrs. Sayer. I'm in a meeting this morning, so obviously I'm not there. I want to walk you through just a couple of things today in this little screencast, and then the rest of the time you guys can spend working on your illusions project. Don't forget that is due tomorrow when you get into class, so you will not have any more work time tomorrow to do it. Today is your only other class day to do this. Before we get started with that, though, I want to go ahead and give you today's illusion. So go ahead and pull up your document that looks like this. And today's illusion is boycott. So today's January 10th. So you're going to type in boycott in where it says 110. And then I'll show you the little slide here that has that information on it. So here's where boycott comes from. So Captain Charles Cunningham Boycott was actually a person, and he was a land agent. So he wasn't the landlord, but he just carried out the wishes of the landlord. So in Ireland in 1880, in the midst of the Irish land question, he refused to lower rent prices for poor Irish folks, and so he was not very popular. So the community didn't want anything to do with him. They basically kicked him out and refused to deal with him anymore. So now, when people use boycott, when they use that term, when they're alluding to that, it actually goes all the way back to this man and this event that happened in the 1800s. So to boycott something means to refuse to deal with a company. So if someone boycotts a company, for example, they won't do business with them anymore. Um, so you're going to type out the things that are over here on the right-hand side. So it's boycott as a historical figure, and the illusion is based on this event that happened surrounding him. So um, again, today, if you use the term boycott, it refers to um, refusing to deal with or to do business with a particular company. Or if you can boycott a situation, you can technically, I guess, boycott a person as well. So this is the information that's going to go in your illusion reference guide. Once you're done with that, I want to show you a couple of other things that in Schoology that you might want today as you're working on your project. So inside the materials folder in Unit 4, in this projects folder, this is where you're going to find all of the information that you need for your project. So if for some reason you did not make a copy of this template yesterday, you need to make a copy of this. Please don't start typing on mine. A couple of you guys started to do that on my illusion reference guide. And so you need to make your own copy of this slide template. Okay, so that's the first thing that you're definitely going to need today if you did not make a copy of that yesterday. I also, inside that folder, in the example here, hopefully it'll pull up here, I added another example to this presentation just so you had another slide to look at. So I gave the example in here of the ugly duckling. So again, you're just including the history, where this story came from, where the topic came from, an analysis of what it means when it's used as an illusion, and then coming up with an example of that in popular culture. So if you want to view this slide a little bit more closely here. So there's the one, Goliath from yesterday. And then I went ahead and added the ugly duckling. So it's based off of a story by Hans Christian Andersen, or that is the story from Hans Christian Andersen. And you guys have probably all heard about that story, so I'm not going to read it out loud to you. But basically, when somebody uses ugly duckling as an illusion, it describes a person who's made fun of for their appearance. But at some point in that person's life, they turn into something more beautiful than anyone could have ever expected. So an example of that in popular culture would be the movie Princess Diaries, because she was nerdy and she had thick glasses and she tripped over herself and all of that kind of stuff. And so that is an allusion to the ugly duckling. Miss Congeniality, the first one, that would also be an example in pop culture of that, because she went from this, tomboyish, gangly, uncoordinated police officer to this beautiful pageant queen. So here's just a photo of that. You can see how the little duckling looks different. It's kind of uglier than all the rest of them, but turns into a beautiful swan. So just another example for you to have, for you to look at, that you can refer back to as you're working on your own project. Just make sure as you're doing your explanation slide that includes all three of these things. So the history, analysis, what does it mean when it's used as an illusion, and then an example somewhere where it's been used in popular culture. So again, that can be a TV show, cartoon, movie, song, poem, etc. Okay. The scoring guide is also inside that folder, so you might want to refer back to that at some point just to make sure that you have everything that you need. So that's in there as well. Okay. So you can email me today if you have any questions. I will be at my computer, so I will do my best to respond back to you quickly. Just make sure if you send me an email that you check yours back to see how I responded to you. So be good, be legendary for the sub. A good report will earn you 25 Starbucks. And I'll see you guys later. Good luck.